In the world of the Christian Bible, the boundary between the natural and the supernatural is thin, sometimes barely there at all. Here, angels walk beside men. Demons speak through human voices. And in the final pages, the heavens themselves tear open to reveal creatures so strange, so terrifying, that they defy imagination. Today, we explore the supernatural beings of the Christian Bible, a realm where ancient Hebrew lore meets new layers of demonology, cosmic warfare, and apocalyptic prophecy. We begin with the beings of light. The Bible speaks often of angels, messengers, warriors, protectors. But these are not gentle figures with soft wings. They appear suddenly, radiantly, often with a message that changes the course of history. They strike armies blind. They shut the mouths of lions. They stand guard with swords of fire. When angels appear, fear is the first reaction. Awe is the second. Among them are the archangels, the highest-ranking celestial beings. Michael, the warrior, Gabriel, the herald. Others appear in later Christian tradition, but these two stand at the center of the biblical narrative, one delivering divine messages, the other leading celestial armies. The Bible also expands on the ancient Hebrew descriptions of seraphim and cherubim. The seraphim, the burning ones, blaze with holy fire, their voices shaking the foundations of heaven. The cherubim, guardians of sacred space, are hybrid beings of overwhelming presence, depicted with multiple wings, multiple faces, and eyes that see in every direction. Together, these beings form the heavenly host, the armies of heaven. Not metaphorical armies. Actual armies. Legions of celestial warriors who stand ready for divine command, appearing in visions as countless shining ranks stretching across the sky. But the Christian Bible does not only speak of beings of light. It also reveals a darker realm, one filled with rebellion, corruption, and spiritual warfare. At the center of this realm stands Satan, now a far more defined figure than in the Hebrew Bible. No longer merely the adversary, he becomes the tempter, the deceiver, the accuser of humanity. He challenges Jesus in the wilderness. He enters Judas before the betrayal. He is described as a roaring lion, a serpent, a dragon, a being whose influence spreads across the world. But Satan does not act alone. The New Testament introduces demons, unclean spirits that possess, torment, and deceive. They speak through human mouths. They recognize Jesus instantly. They beg not to be cast out. They fear judgment. One of the most chilling encounters is with Legion, a collective of many demons speaking as one. When asked for its name, the reply is simple and terrifying. We are many. The Bible also references fallen angels, beings who abandoned their place in heaven and were cast into darkness. The books of Jude and 2 Peter describe them as imprisoned, awaiting judgment, a reminder that even celestial beings can fall. Among the darkest figures is Apollyon, also called Abaddon, the destroyer. He is the king of the abyss, a powerful entity who commands forces unleashed during the end times. His name alone carries a sense of dread. But nowhere does the Christian Bible's supernatural world reach greater intensity than in the book of Revelation, a text filled with visions of cosmic upheaval and otherworldly beings. Here we encounter the beast from the sea, a monstrous entity rising from the waters, covered in symbolic imagery, horns, heads, crowns, representing power, blasphemy, and domination. It is not a creature of flesh, but of prophecy, a symbol of oppressive, world-shaking force. Then comes the beast from the earth, a second apocalyptic figure. This being performs signs, deceives nations, and compels allegiance to the first beast. Together, they form a dark trinity of power, deception, and destruction. Above them looms the dragon, a symbolic representation of Satan himself. Red, massive, crowned, and furious, the dragon wages war against heaven and earth. He is cast down by Michael and the heavenly host, but his wrath continues, fueling the chaos of the end times. Revelation also describes the four living creatures, hybrid celestial beings surrounding the throne of God, covered in eyes, with faces of a lion, an ox, a man, and an eagle. They represent creation itself, watching, worshiping, and announcing divine judgment. Then come the locusts from the abyss, some of the most disturbing beings in biblical literature. Grotesque, hybrid creatures with human faces, scorpion tails, and iron-like armor. They swarm across the earth, tormenting those unprotected. Their appearance is symbolic, but their impact is terrifying. Another figure emerges, the Whore of Babylon, a symbolic supernatural entity representing corruption, decadence, and spiritual decay. She rides the beast, clothed in luxury, drunk on the blood of the innocent. Her fall marks the collapse of a world built on deception. Finally, we meet the false prophet, a deceptive supernatural figure who performs signs, misleads nations, and compels worship of the beast. He is the ultimate deceiver, a master of illusion and manipulation. Together, these beings form the supernatural landscape of the Christian Bible, a world of angels and demons, light and darkness, cosmic battles and apocalyptic visions. They are not metaphors. They are not modern reinterpretations. They are the beings that shaped the Christian understanding of the unseen world, forces of good and evil locked in a struggle that spans heaven, earth, and the end of time.